Good morning and welcome so much to everyone, including our distinguished guests, for being here for the launch of really one of the biggest deployments of electric vehicles in the transit industry. 18 vehicles in St. Louis. We are leading the nation, and this is how we make a difference in our community. This is how we make a difference to these young people who did such a wonderful job. So before I introduce the guests, I'm going to ask you to do one more nerdy thing, and that is let's thank our fantastic performers. And if you guys could come forward a little bit, come on a little forward where you were there. And then I'm going to ask everybody to stand up and look at that cool drone up there right now and give it away. We are looking at the future, not only with drones and with these fantastic vehicles. We have a lot of great special guests this morning. We, of course, have the mayor. We have the county executive, Sam Page. We, of course, have Marty Blyant. A great Marty, as I told you, I'm looking forward to buying more energy from you, not just at home with my air conditioning. And of course, but without further ado, I would like to introduce, really one of the fantastic people that help us get things done. The board that is always behind these hard workers here who get these jobs done, those operators out on the street. And that, of course, is Rose Windmiller, the chair with the Board of Commissioners of Bi-State. Rose?
Thank you, Talby. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you today on behalf of the Bi-State Board of Commissioners. We thank you so much for supporting this important project launch, which we're proud to say is one of the largest initial electric bus fleet deployments in the nation. Today signals much more than the launch of the first 18 battery electric buses in the MetroBus fleet, which in and of itself is an extremely exciting and has been years in the making. It also signals the beginning of a positive change for our region. At Bi-State Development, our vision is to help our community become better connected, vibrant, and thriving. We're committed to improving the quality of life for residents in eastern Missouri and southwestern Illinois by delivering excellent public services and dynamic regional solutions. We will start today by delivering a cleaner transportation option in the heart of St. Louis by putting these two 60-foot-long New Flyer battery electric buses and 12 others just like them into service on Grand Boulevard from North City to South City. We are creating a better environment and cleaner air for children, families, and individuals who live, work, attend school, and play along the Grand Boulevard area. Battery electric buses made by Gillett will also benefit other neighborhoods in the city of St. Louis and St. Louis County, while in service on various MetroBus routes. A total of 4 of these 40-foot-long zero tailpipe emission buses are part of this initial battery electric fleet, with another 6 buses scheduled to be delivered to Metro Transit later this year. In the broader scope, when we think of our clean energy program, we're helping to support communities that are livable, that are more socially equitable, and that are more environmentally sustainable. With the help of the Federal Transit Administration and local matching funds from our 3 transit partners, St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Clair, we're making important investments today that our children and our neighbors will benefit from for years to come. Today's important launch of these battery buses is only the beginning of Metro's clean energy program. Stay tuned for additional investments. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you all have a great time.
Thank you, Rose. So, of course, the biggest thing about lines like this, and the Grand Line in particular, and what we're doing when we're looking at new technologies, is we're tying pieces of our region together. And the folks sitting behind me are those people who help us do that, tie our region together. Remember, we have these running on the Grand Line, but of course they're stationed out of the Brentwood facility in St. Louis County, which means we're going to be bringing customers from both the city and St. Louis across the region. And someone who speaks that regional language, of course, is our new mayor, Tashara Jones. Tashara, thank you so much for coming. Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is an exciting day, and on behalf of the City of St. Louis, I applaud Metro Transit for looking into the future and successfully competing against other transit agencies to secure federal funding for these vehicles and the infrastructure to support them. Paired with local matching funds, we're making an important investment that will benefit everyone in St. Louis, whether they use transit or not. It's an exciting day for our region. Let me repeat that. It's an exciting day for our region, and especially for the City of St. Louis as Metro Transit shifts its focus towards clean energy in public transportation. This initial group of 18 battery electric buses is the first step in moving in the right direction as we work together to build a healthier city as well as a healthier region and better transit experiences for residents, businesses, and visitors. The greenest and cleanest buses will operate on a core urban Metro bus route, the 70 Grand, a route that used to go right past my old house, a route that spans North City to South City with many stops in between. These zero-emission buses are more than a great ride. They reduce air pollution in parts of St. Louis that have historically experienced adverse health and environmental impacts of highways, major roadways, and industry transportation and industrial infrastructure. Some of these neighborhoods will be the very first to enjoy healthier benefits and healthier air with the launch of this program. We celebrate Metro Bi-State today and in the future, and we look forward to the expansion of the electric bus fleet and other things in the many, many years to come. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Your Honor. So it's important not only because of these great, beautiful vehicles, but the partnerships, again, that we are forging and going through the hard decisions that you need to make us regional. Look, we're all challenged by that. And one person who has challenged me in that is, of course, Dr. Page. Dr. Page has been instrumental in pushing transit forward, being sure that we're on time, that we are on budget. That's one of the things that we're striving for at Metro Transit, but also on the other side, being innovative to the new future of the city and the county and Missouri and, of course, Illinois. Dr. Page, please.
Good morning. I've never had to follow a performance of It's Electric and remarks by Mayor Jones, but I'm going to give it a go. Climate change has been the subject. It's been what we've talked about for decades, and sadly, saving planet Earth became tangled up under the last president with political bickering, and a lot of our progress was put into jeopardy. But under President Biden, ambitious goals were in place and commitments have been made to take us down a pathway to protect the planet. We're all consumers, all of us, but what we consume and how we consume it determines the lasting impact each of us makes on the environment. And that's why today's announcement is an exciting one for the region. Thousands of our residents depend on public transportation to get back and forth to school. And the buses that crisscross our region provide that independence and those opportunities. With the 18 buses that go into service today, Metro Transit is now providing transportation that is cleaner and quieter. And those new buses are part of Metro Transit's ongoing commitment to a greener, more environmentally friendly St. Louis region. Zero emission. I like the sound of that. It's a commitment by Metro Transit to do all they can to help improve our nation's and our country and our region's health and our future. St. Louis County joined the City of St. Louis and St. Clair County to provide funds for these new buses. This is a partnership to be proud of. It's a partnership to safeguard our future. It's a partnership to help protect the health of all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Page. So I know you all are worried about these real tough-looking gentlemen in the back here. They look like my security detail. They are not. So they are what is most important here is our frontline workers. Let's remember, through COVID, with our partnerships, our great union partners, MetroBus and Call-A-Ride, and of course ATS, we have had this kind of partnership with the folks who still showed up and delivered service. These three gentlemen are operators behind us. Let's give them a round of applause. They still showed up. Thank you, gentlemen. Although I could probably use the security detail, there's no question. One voice that is not here today is our friends from Kansas City, and of course that's the Region 7. We are under Region 7 with FTA, and normally Makti Ahmad would be here because remember our federal partners support these vehicles nearly 70 or 80%. Correct. We compete for these dollars, and we do it we do it rigorously. We do it with these partnerships from the city, from the county, and we need to continue to do that. But this is a point of congratulations, and I just want to read from Makti. We congratulate Metro Transit for investing in zero tailpipe emission technology for its MetroBus fleet in the St. Louis region. Not only are battery electric better for the environment, but they're so quiet and provide a really smooth ride for our passengers. And I know that because I just took it in, and it is amazing. If you have never ridden an electric bus before, get ready, St. Louis, because you're in for a real treat. We are in for a real treat. We're in for a real treat from our partners and from everybody who has showed up to help us get this done. This is about partnership and the people who have helped us. And let me just mention some of those folks very quickly. Unfortunately, for instance, Senator Brian Williams was unable to make remarks, but we need those partnerships, for instance, even in Jefferson City, where folks are fighting for our cities and fighting for transit. Brian is one of the instrumental people in doing that. Of course, Marlene Davis, the chair of the Ways and Means. I got to fight for that budget every single day. I do it to represent not only you, but of course our operators, but I get the partnerships from the folks behind me to try to get these things done. Of course, we have our aldermanic friends and our staff friends. Scott Ogilvie is here. I see Heather Navarro. Heather, so good to see you. Really appreciate it. And so many others who I won't be able to get to, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying to move this along with the beating sun. So at this point, I mentioned Marty before, because one of the things that we want to start doing is buying less diesel and buying more electricity. More electricity to move the future for these young folks and for, of course, operating efficiency. And with that, I just want to introduce to the podium Marty Lyons. Marty, President of Ameren, Missouri.
Well, thanks, Talby. I'm really pleased to stand here today representing my Ameren, Missouri coworkers who've been working with Metro, frankly, for a few years now to bring this day to fruition. We're excited because these buses are better for the environment, and for Metro, they're going to be cheaper to operate. You know, at Ameren, Missouri, we are committed to clean. We're committed to get as clean as we can, as fast as we can. Last fall, announcing our ambition to be net zero carbon emissions by 2050. In this past year, we took a major step forward, investing more than $1 billion in 700 megawatts of wind energy that's located in northern Missouri. Wind energy that'll bring clean energy resources to the metropolitan area. And we're not done. And we're also looking to partner with our customers, like Metro, to make sure that we can help them to reach their carbon emission reduction goals. We're very pleased to partner with Metro in a number of ways. First, helping with the analysis, regarding the affordability of these buses, but also investing in a brand new substation in Brentwood near Metro's terminal there, which provides reliable power to these buses as they charge in a short period of time in the evenings. And that substation's also providing reliability and resiliency benefits to our other customers in the Brentwood area. We're also quite pleased to partner with Metro to bring this facility to fruition, to make sure that these buses had the power they needed to be able to top off on hot days like these in a hurry to get back to serving Metro's customers. So with that, I want to congratulate Talby. I want to congratulate the Metro team. This is a historic day. You're providing great service to your customers. You're providing great environmental benefits to our community and, frankly, to our planet. So with that, Talby, congratulations.
So a good day will be hopefully buying more and more energy from you, Marty, and you're the smart guy who wore the light suit today, and that's why I'm trying to move forward, so I wore the dark suit. Probably a mistake. But speaking of those partnerships, I wanted to mention David Dimmitt, the mayor of Brentwood. So remember, these systems, they are the pieces of thread that join our fabric of city and county, join our fabrics between Missouri and Illinois. That's what we do with transit. And of course, who's that team behind that? Well, I have a great team, I'll be honest with you. I wish I could tell you that I was responsible for these vehicles. The truth is, I am not. My team is responsible for these vehicles. I was talking to Jessica Medford-Miller, who heads that team, who has had a vision for providing these vehicles for almost a decade. Jessica, great job. And of course, Darren Curry, Dale Schaefer, Chance Baragari, Jeff Kerr, James Hedron, Jeff Lowe, of course, Enzo Stefani, Tim Nittler. These are the folks who have been going to the sometimes 8-hour meetings, worried about, hey, are we going to get these vehicles? Are they going to work? I have folks who are doing that. I was asked by Marty about the timing for this short, for the recharge at this point. And of course, it's critical in times like this, when it's almost 97 degrees, when we need air conditioning. That requires power. And these are state-of-the-art vehicles, and they're supported by a state-of-the-art team. And I'm proud to say that we have that here. Okay. So some of the contractors and subcontractors also worked very hard. Let me mention some of those. Burns and McDonald, the engineering team, Civil Design, Sachs Electric, the Mobility House, Squires Electric, the Kwame Group, BRK. Let's all give them a round of applause along with my team. Thank you so much. And at this time, trying to move this along, we're going to try to give you a quick charging demonstration. If you could look at the direction of the bus to your left, to my right, Jeff Kerr, who is our Director of Quality Assurance and Training at Metro Transit. Jeff, can you tell us how this works?
Absolutely. As the vehicle moves into the area here, the operator is going to position the vehicle underneath one of our fast rate chargers. A link is established between the bus and the charger. As the operator sets the safeties, they're going to initiate a charge cycle. When that happens, the pantograph is going to come down from our charger and contact charging rails that are on top of that vehicle. Once that pantograph meets the vehicle, a communication is established, and the vehicle is going to upload some information that the charger is going to need. And then the bus is going to take a signal from the charger and activate the charging rail once it completes the safety checks. These chargers have the capability of putting 600 amps in the vehicle, which will equate to about 1% of battery charge every 45 seconds, which at 15 minutes will give us 20% charge. While it's charging, the bus is going to continue to talk to the charging station and report back its energy that it has, and once it reaches a capacity, it'll go ahead and shut the charging off.
So I just want to thank all of you for attending today. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank, of course, our folks for showing up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is a step forward. It gives us those options. It makes us a green St. Louis. Thank you, everybody, for being here.